This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Monday, December 5th, 2022. The title of this rant is, Will the Democrats Tell All About GOP Involvement in the January 6th, let's just say, insurrection? So they're coming up with a report. It's going to be out by December 31st. Is it going to tell everything about everything that went on in that thing? Because there's been some talk about it, just emphasizing mostly about Trump. He will be indicted, definitely on Mar-a-Lago. January 6th is a little bit more of a different story. But what about all the Republican involvement that's going on there? And let's just hope that the DOJ has all of that information, even though they'll get the referral information from the January 6th committee. And will these GOP transgressions amount to indictments? So let's take a look at some of the things that we don't know really that much about. But was that treason? Was that sedition, etc.? Number one, the war room. We know about 6 or 8 people were working in the war room. Giuliano being the main one, a lady that was working for Trump after he went to Mar-a-Lago, who's since left. Was involved in it too. You know, how many other people were they talking to in government, in state, in local, in federal, all over the country? What were they trying to do? And what plans were they coming up with that were definitely crimes against the United States? That was in the Willard Hotel. What about all the fake electors? That might have come out of the war room too. That were all, I think there was it 4 states or was it 6 states? I can't remember. There were 80, some of them all together. I mean, they're just smart people. Why would they voluntarily sign things saying that they were the doodly elected representatives when they knew that this was bogus, and they were trying to present this to the Congress that they were the duly elected ones and that they could overturn what actually was the will of the people in their states. What about the FBI and what they knew and what they might have tried to hold up? What about the Secret Service and the Department of Justice? We know that some of them wiped their cell phones clean. We don't have any information, especially from their text messages, etc. You know, that's funny. It all happened right after the January 6th that this happened. They knew that what they were doing was bogus, that was illegal, and they still wiped their stuff clean. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we need to know about here. What about the acting Secretary of Defense, who gave basically stand-down orders to the D.C. National Guard, saying you can't do this, and this. Then you can only go in and help out the Capitol Hill Police only on my orders for January 6th. And remember, the FBI might have been involved in all of that, and other defense-related people and all of that. Lots to be going on in there. How about those Capitol Hill tours? Were they basically innocent, or were they basically nefarious? Were they really trying to? Were they really like setups so that these people knew what was going to go, what the Capitol Hill layout was like in the Capitol building itself? And what about all of those government officials, those elected officials in the House and the Senate, who voted against certifying the election? Now, I've said this before. They're all smart. They're all smarter than me. They all knew that this was bogus. They were willing to ride it for as long as it could, but they were also willing to ride it so that if it actually worked, they would sign on to it. They were a part of it. I don't know what the crime is specifically, but they were all guilty of this. Are they all going to be indicted in all of this? So more is going to be revealed. More needs to be revealed. It's not just the January 6th on what Trump was doing, but what every other Republican was doing. And that the hope that the Justice Department takes all of this stuff and that there will be much more indictments coming down than just for Trump.